Just a minute. Well, very good morning, guys. Okay. So last day, I just given you in a brief introduction regarding your language, C sharp. Okay. So what is C sharp, and how do we develop applications? Sorry. So what are the features of the C sharp? I just been listed you up all the key features or the key goals of the language. It is going to be easy to develop applications, modern. Okay, you have type safety, array bound checkings, a lot of things. Okay, internationalization. I shown you globalization, localization. We call internationalization. Okay, and there's a best suitable language for porting C++ developers into .NET, because .NET has multiple languages for us. You can just have different languages for choosing, and the best language what you're going to choose here is the C sharp language. Okay, if you come from C++ background, the best option what you have is C++. Otherwise, suppose you have a background of Visual Basic language, you have a background of Visual Basic language. Now you want to come to .NET. The best option is VB.NET here. You have a background of Python. You want to come into .NET. The best option is Python. The best option is Iron Python. Okay, like this, for everything, there is a replacement that is available to you under .NET. You can just make use of it. Okay, fine. So today, we'll focus on this one, guys. What it is. Um, how to write a program. How to write a program. Directly, I don't want to jump into C Sharp and write a program, guys. So first, let us try to understand about yeah. First, let me try to explain about the different programming approaches. What the industry is just going to follow. The different programming approaches the industry is going to follow, and how do we write? So I'm pursuing my BSc final year MPC. Am I eligible for the course? See, eligibility for the course doesn't have. Anyone can learn the course. Anyone can learn the course. But I want to tell you all very clearly about this only. Graduates, for all the graduates who are coming into the software industry, means you study BSc or something and coming into the industry, very clearly telling you will face a problem in the future. What is the problem is every company, when they're taking to you stay in the company or don't stay in the company, that is secondary. But when a company recruits you, they recruit you with a long-term commitment or a long-term goal. Whatever in the future, if you stay with the company, if a client requirement comes, you will be sent on a H1 visa to abroad. You'll be sent on a H1B visa to the abroad. That is what they put in anticipation intake. But if the H1B visa has to be processed, you need to have 16 years education. Why engineering graduates are preferred in software industries for that reason mainly. Engineering graduates have 16 years education. So this is one reason why they are highly prepared. Mechanical also no problem. Today civil also no problem. Anything they'll just entertain in the industry. The reason is if you do engineering, you have 16 years education. And people coming with graduation like BSc or something, you have only 15 years education. So 15 years education will not be given prime importance. So that is the problem. So I'm not telling you won't get a job. I'm just telling you companies will not be giving you preference. Are you clear? So mainly if you go to MNCs like a TCS and all recruiting BSc, BCom, you saw that now? Yes or not? But problem is you will be in the same stage. Initially, you may be getting 3 lakhs package, very good package. You think entry level 3 lakhs package, you think is very good. But after 10 years maximum, you may go to 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs. That's all. Did you understand? But the same thing, if at all you're in a software development, 3 lakhs package, if you join after 10 years, you'll be somewhere at 20, 30 lakhs package. That will be the difference. Got the point? So 15 years education is a problem for the companies. They cannot process your H1B visas. You cannot be sent to abroad. 16 years education is mandatory. That is why for all the people who come from graduation like BSc and say, am I eligible? You are eligible. Anyone can learn. Yeah, that's not, there's no eligibility criteria. Yeah, anyone can learn. But future problem you will have. That's why most of the weekly advisor, if you're coming from graduation, do PG. But who come from engineering, I never say do MTech, waste of time. That's all I say. You come from engineering, doing MTech is waste of time only. If you want to do any research or research scholar, you want to become a suggest doing MTech. Otherwise, MTech is waste. 16 years education, you can get off the job. After getting the job, you can do MTech if you are interested. You can do any distance education. But wasting the 2 years of time studying MTech is unnecessary in your life. For all the engineering students, I'm telling you. Am I clear? I'm not telling MTech is wasting. I'm telling you, your time gets wasted. That's what I'm telling you. That's all. I'm not telling MTech is wasted. I'm telling your time gets wasted. Do it. But how do you do? Get in a job, and just try for a distance education and do your MTech if you are interested in doing it. Clear? Okay, wasting 2 years of time for doing MTech is not going to be preferred. Why tomorrow you do MTech, again coming to software industry and you try, there is a graduate, there is a engineering graduate, you done MTech another 2 years, 6 years, but still both are same only. Then why you wasted 2 years now? Am I not giving special preference? Nothing. This MTech, so many people who do MTech also afterward they realize what do they do now? They come now, they hide their MTech degree and they say they put 2 years of fake experience and start trying. You wasted all the time. Okay, 16 years is enough. Education is going to be enough. You can study here. To study, we don't have barriers. After attaining 50, 60 also we can study. That doesn't have any barriers. But to get a job, that is not mandatory. You will not have any special preference after you complete MTech. Okay now? So just BTech will be sufficient. We do BTech after MBA. What about if you do BTech after MBA? After MBA, you do BTech. Huh? I never heard about this, Mohan. I said BTech and approach MBA, but MBA, are you typing wrong? Just check it out. You do BTech and approach MBA, no special preference. You do BTech and MBA also, no special preference in the software industry. Okay, so where you get preference, you get preference when you go in your core. When you go in your core subject, you will get preference. Suppose you have done a mechanical engineering, afterwards you done MBA. You try in mechanical side, you'll be getting preference. But if you come to software side, you won't get any preference. If you want to settle in software industry, 16 years education is more than enough for you. Is it clearer, all of you? And for graduates, that's my sincere advice. You will get off a job, yeah, not a big deal. You will get off a job. But future growth will not be there if you stop with the graduation. Okay, so just compulsory do a PG, anything, PG. But when you do PG, again, don't do PG. When you do MSc, don't go with physics or botany or something like this. Just to better choose computer sciences or mathematics related. Okay, not like physics or chemistry. They are not again related here. That's what my suggestion for all of you. Okay, I think this clarifies for all the graduates who are asking me many questions, sir. Am a BSc is eligible? Everyone is eligible. Our intermediate students are also eligible to learn. To learn here, there is no criteria. Understood my point? Yeah, you can learn if you are interested. 10th, 8th class, 9th class also you can learn. In 8th and 9th also we have computer subjects. My son is studying 6th class. 6th class. You know that? He has Python in his class. He has Python in academics. How will it be usable? We don't know. But they're inducing of in all the things. Okay? And that level, you learn mostly this Pythons, the C Sharps and Javas. You learn in 6th standard, no use. Yeah, 10th class also no use. Why? By the time you come into the market, everything will change up. Better for the academic students to learn in this, 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, HTML, some designing things. CSS, HTML, some designing. Designing will be same every time only. So that doesn't have. But C# today, what you have will not be there for 5 years. After 5 years, a lot of things will change up here. So whatever you learned here will be unnecessary waste of time only. Again, you need to learn freshly when you come into the market. Okay, so that's why most of the people ask me a question. So known people and all. My son is studying engineering 2nd year. What should I teach him? Should I join in Java classes? Should I join in .NET classes? What I say is, no need to just leave them like that. That's all. Let them come out. Do in the last year, not in the first year, 2nd year. Wasting your time. That's all. Focus on your core subjects. Just to focus on your core subjects. No need to come up into software industry from then only. So what happened is, to the parents also think there is something. I want my son to become a software engineer. So from now on, I teach him Javas, Pythons and all. You will not remember anything here. 2 months you are away from the subject, you will forget everything. So the best time is when you are in the last year, try. So in the 1st, 2nd year, if you want to study correctly, what is my suggestion to all? C language, data structures. Learn this. That will be helpful for you when you go for campus recruitments. But Javas, Pythons, .NETs will not help you when you go into campus recruitment. When if people get campus in your colleges, they ask you about Java and all. They'll ask you about C language. They'll ask you about data structures. These are the things what they ask you. Those subjects will be important in the 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year. When you come to final year, that too not in the 1st half, in the 2nd year, in the 2nd half of the final year, then it will be better if you learn some advanced courses, what we are talking now. Okay? From starting only waste. From 6th class, 7th class, 10th class students, you can learn. Anyone can learn. Only thing is, your brain should support it. That's all. Anyone can learn. So to come into software industry, who said that you should have a graduation? No need. Uneducated people also can come. Okay? So here, when you join here, when you take an admission, did anyone ask you what is your qualification? Tell me. Did anyone ask you what is your qualification? You are not eligible? No, they don't ask you. Anyone can come. Who will ask you? When you go to the company will ask you, what is your qualification? To learn, no one is going to ask you. Okay now? I've done MB, BCA, MCA in distance learning. Is it okay? Yes, it is okay, Rahul. You've done BCA, MCA. Okay, it's okay. See, MCA is again computers. So you have, see, what you have, 18 years education. So that's more than enough. 16 years is only enough, I'm telling. Okay, 18 years is more than highly education. Okay. So again, see, engineering and MCAs are there. MCAs are given preference. Engineering, MCAs are there. MCAs are given preference. Got my point? Engineering, computer, you have engineering, and again, MSc computers. Engineering are given preference. MCM is purely that is computer related. That's why MCA is given first preference. MCA, engineering, afterwards, MSc computer sciences, that will be the how the companies will choose. Okay? MSc IT also okay. Yeah. Open MCA or something, MCA degree you have, it's okay, guys. No backlogs. No backlogs anywhere. Someone sent a mail yesterday in WhatsApp, not mail, WhatsApp message yesterday. Online or offline students of this batch, they got a message from TCS like you're rejected for some reason, and you don't understand what you do. You have backlogs in your academics. Yes, sir, backlogs, but I cleared. He said, your backlogs now. You clear that, don't clear that is secondary. Your backlogs now. Big companies will point out all those things. He's rejected. He's selected in all the things. I think in the final round, he got rejected for the backlogs. So when you're studying, we always ignore all these particular things. They're very, very important here. Don't leave backlogs and all these are very important. Your backlogs at some point of time is compulsory. Big companies like Infosys, TCS, and all these companies will take that into consideration. Okay, you have 10th class, 80%, you have plus 2 50%, engineering 70%, engineering 90% also, they will point out your plus 2. Why 50% here? Are you getting me? Sir, engineering have 90%. No consideration. No consideration at all. That should continue like this. Why up and downs? Yeah, up and down space, what the meaning? You are fickle-minded. They just calculate your mindset. They just try to analyze your mindset based on your percentage. You're fickle-minded. You have 80% in 10th class. Why you deteriorated 50%? Why you again grant? Means your moods are changing according. That cannot be. You should always have a graph raising or consistency. But you cannot have up and downs in that. So that's why what do they say today? In all the big companies, what they're saying 60%, 65%. Yes or not? When the competition raises, still more people coming in the industry, they'll change to 70% also. So maintaining that academics is very, very important. But we ignore all these things when we study. How many people say also, we ignore. We don't bother. We don't bother about they say like that only, we'll pass off now, we'll get off. You're only calculating the final percentage. But companies will check you the overall graph. From your 10th class onwards, the overall graph will be verified. Okay? When they're getting good people, why they should prefer you? If no one is there, they will prefer you. Yeah, there is someone who is have a good graph now. They prefer them only. You are not given preference now. So put that, all these things should be put on the mind. The mindset of the student should change from that level only. Okay, means in the education system also, you need to be trained like that. You need to be trained. The mindset should be set like that only. What is it? The graph should go always up. You cannot have up and downs in your education graph. And backlogs. These backlogs are very, very problematic. You might be completing off, but end of the day, big companies will check all these backlogs what you have in the previous terms. Small companies may not. And one thing, you can get jobs in small companies here. They won't bother about your academics. They don't bother about your backlogs and all the things. What they see is only your quality. What they see is your knowledge. What they see is only your knowledge. They just only concentrate on the knowledge. You can get jobs in small companies. But everyone wants a job in a big company only. And everyone thinks like I'm working in TCS, I'm working in Infosys. You always think about big companies. But you get a job in small company, what is my suggestion is, always prefer a small company than a big company. The reason, When you are entering in the industry as a fresher, when you enter in the industry as a fresher, in small companies only you will learn more than big companies. Why? In big company there will be a process. There will be a process. UI designing should be done by this person only. Database programming should be done by this person only. Application logic should be written by this person only. Are you getting me? Okay. But in small companies, when you go to small companies, these type of barriers will not be there. You will do everything. You will focus on UI designing. You will be writing application design, application code, database, everything you will be having control. But in big companies, as an entry level programmer, you will not be getting access to database at all. They will not give you access to database at all. But small companies will not be like this. They'll give you access to everything. You will learn more in small companies. So at least you work in a small company for 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years, you have become an expert. Then you try for big companies, it will be helpful for you. Directly starting in big companies, you may not, you will get knowledge only on the area you work. Only on the area you work. You may not have knowledge on other things. That is the problem. So if you get a chance to work in small companies, my suggestion will always be first to prefer small companies only. Okay, they make you to work. They make you to work a lot. They teach you, they train you. Okay, means the company doesn't have effort to put more people, less people. So less number of people only has to do more work. So you have burden of work. When you have burden of work, you will 100% learn. So just to prefer the small companies, initial stages also I say most of the people, initial stages, don't check for the salaries here. Just to check for getting an opportunity. Don't say it's not a good package. Someone rejecting a job said they offered only 15,000 or 16,000. Array, if you don't get a job, you are not getting at least that 15, 16,000 also na. So at least you got a job. Be satisfied with that particular thing. Initial stages, don't think about the salary. When you're getting in a company, don't get. Are you getting a minimum amount that can go for your routine needs or not? Check for that one. Mainly, I don't suggest. I pay 4,000, 5,000. Then I won't suggest. 4,000, 5,000, you cannot even pay your hostel bill. But 15,000 means you can pay your hostel bill and you can just live your livelihood without asking your parents. At least you get that. So just focus on the company. Focus on the subject until you learn. Struggle until you learn, just a bit of struggle. But once you just get some 2-3 years of experience, okay, you will be having a very good package in big companies then. So initially focus on small companies and also don't bother about the initial packages. Your package will grow going forward. Okay, in software industry, package will go very faster. In a banking sector or something, if you join for a less salary, the hikes will be only like they will have a percentage of hikes for all the people. But in software industry, I said you yesterday also. What is that? Array, you can get double hikes also here. Sometimes you'll be getting double hike also. That advantage is there. So if you are perfect in the subject, okay, if you are perfect in the subject, you will be getting a good package going forward. So initially, try to become perfect in the subject. Focus on the subject. How do I learn? How do I learn? You should have that enthusiasm to learn. If you are perfectly learning the subject, no one can stop you in the future. Are you clearer or not? Okay. If not this company, another company. Companies are available, not one company. Number of companies are there. Any company will give a job, provided you have a good subject. TCS good for fresher. This question is foolish here. You're asking about a big major company. Like a TCS is good for a fresher or not. So no question about asking this one. Okay, it's just like you're asking, is a BMW car good or not? Okay, so don't judge the companies here. You don't judge the company. Fine. So coming back to our subject. Today we'll just focus on this here. How do we write programs? How do we write a program? Okay, just let us try to understand how do you write a program in this. BCom computers, I said, Prashant, that only I said you 15 years education is a problem. Just to do your, post-graduation, do a PG, that's what I say. Okay, so, yeah. Basically, in the industry, There are two major programming approaches available. In the industry, there are two major programming approaches that are available. First one is the procedural programming approach, and the second one is the object-oriented programming approach. Our older languages, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, C, all these languages comes under procedural programming approach. Okay? And the major drawback in the procedural programming approach, that doesn't provide security and reusability. That doesn't provide security and reusability. So to overcome that particular problem, in the 80s, in the late 70s or in the early 80s, it was replaced by object-oriented programming approach. And today, all languages what we use in the industry are all object-oriented. All applications are object-oriented. That is the most successful approach. And that is being continued from 80s in the industry. Since 40 years, object-oriented programming is ruling now. Okay? So let us try to understand one thing now. How do you write a program in procedural? What is the drawback? And then how do you write a program in object-oriented? Let me explain you about this. Okay now? So what is the first approach? Procedural programming approach. Can you tell me examples of this for this? COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, C. The best example for a C language, all of us came from there only, C language. C is the best example what I can give you for the procedural programming languages. Okay now, C is the best example what I can give you for the procedural programming languages. We just have the procedural programming language, C is the example. C++ is object-oriented, Ramya. C++ is not procedural. C++ is object-oriented. COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, C. These are procedural. Okay. All of you learned C language now. If you come from C language, what did you say? What you learned? A C program is a collection of variables and functions. Am I right? What you do? You declare some variables. You write some functions. So a C program is going to be a collection of variables and functions. So we have a set of variables in it, and we have a set of functions present in this. Okay. Well, so if at all you take a C program, what you have? Variables and functions. What's a variable? A variable is something which is going to hold a value, and a function is an action. A function is an action, some logic. A function contains some logic. Whenever you call the function, it executes the logic. Example, printf. Printf is a function. The printf function has some logic in it. What logic? What logic here? When you call printf, your program starts the interaction with the operating system. See, all of you know how to call printf now, but you don't know really what happens when you call printf. What happens when you call printf, When you call printf, your program starts a communication with the operating system. And the operating system communicates with the operating system and asks for the handle to the computer's monitor. And asking for the handle to the computer's monitor, because the output should be displayed on the monitor now. Asking for a handle to the computer's monitor. Now the operating system provides a handle to the computer monitor. After getting the handle to the monitor, it will identify the X and Y coordinates of the screen and paints the message what you given. You are given printf percentile is hello. Output shown on the monitor now. But see the internal story. The internal story is what is the internal story? Communicate with the operating system. Asking for the handle to the monitor. Once you get the handle to the monitor, identify the X and Y coordinates of the screen, and now paint the message what the user is asking to show. This is the internal story. You did not write all this logic. Someone written the logic for you. You're simply calling it and executing it. Correct? Yes or not? So that is what. So function means a set of statements, means a set of logic, and all this logic will be executing for you when you call the function. So what does a program and what does a program contains? A set of variables to hold value and a set of functions containing logic. So you call those functions and execute the logic. That will be the way how the execution takes place for us internally. Are you clearer or not? Okay. So now tell me, You define a set of functions. Will these functions execute directly? I written a program here. I've written a function called add function, subtract function, multiply, divide. I written functions. Will the functions execute directly? No, they don't execute. What we should do? We need to call them. Perfect. We need to call them. We need to call these functions. How do you? From where do you call them? From the main function. We call them from the main function. Why do you call from the main function? Operating system will? Exactly. That is the answer. So why you call for the main function? Main is the entry point. Yeah. Main is the entry point of the program. For which language? For all languages. Whatever programming language you work, the entry point is main. So basically, as I said, that operating system interacts with main. Yes, exactly. What happens, every program starts the execution with main. Why, sir? Why every program starts the execution with main only? Because who runs your program? OS. If every program has a different entry point, how does the operating system know what is the entry point? I have 10 programs developed by 10 different languages. Every program has a different entry point. How do operating system know here what is the entry point? So that is the reason why operating systems are designed like that and programming languages are designed like this. What is it? For every programming language, for a program entry point is main. Now what is the operating system job, When the operating system has to run a program, it verifies. What it verifies? Where is the main function in the program? Where is the main function in the program? And operating system identifies the main function, calls it. When operating system calls the main function, main will start the execution now. Now main will take the control and calls the rest of the functions in the program. Are you clearer or not? See, there is a cricket match or a football match or a hockey match, something is happening. Okay. Now the umpire calls the captain. The umpire calls the captain for a toss and you decide whether you're going to do whatever. Suppose a cricket match, you choose bowling or batting or whatever you choose. And now it is the call of the captain or the appropriate person to come for batting or bowling. Will the umpire do that? Umpire will call only the captain. Now it is the captain's turn to call a person for batting. Who has to come in the openers, who has to do in the first turn batting, or all the things are decided by the captain. So who is the captain of your program now? Main method. Operating system is like the umpire. And operating system will call the captain. Now captain will take the control and captain starts executing the other things that are present in your applications now. Are you clear? That is the reason why whatever programming language you take, the entry point is going to be main only. So operating system can easily recognize the main. For example, see, there are so many scooters and bikes in the market. Yes or not? There are so many scooters and bikes that are available in the market. So many scooters are there, bikes are there, so many. But all these scooters and bikes have a start button. Where do you have the start button, guys? On the handlebar. Correct or not? Right side or left side or somewhere, but it's present on the handlebar. Am I correct? Is it for your scooter or for all scooters? For all scooters made by any brand, start button will be present on the handlebar so that it is easy for you to drive any brand of the scooter or not. If each scooter puts a start button in a different location, one is putting the start button under the seat, one is putting the start button in the back of your bike now. So whenever you drive a new bike, you are required to turn the whole bike and check it out. Where is the start button there now? Am I correct? Without confusion, all companies follow the rule. What is the rule? Start button will be on the handlebar. So if a new user comes now, easy, you click on the start. Now engine starts and engine takes the control now. Correct? So here also, same point, remember. So you may be asked the question tomorrow in entry. Why main is the entry point? Because operating systems are designed by different companies. Programming languages are designed by different companies. If every language has a different entry point, programming operating system may not be in a position to understand what is the entry point. So all the companies came in a common rule. What is the entry point will be main. So operating systems also will set for main and they will invoke the main so that application execution will start. Any doubts? Understood? Okay, so that's what. So your C program will contain a set of variables and functions. and finally you have a main function from where the execution starts. So a simple C program looks like this. All of you, watch it. A simple C program looks like this, guys. Hold on. Collects of members, variables and functions. What do you have next? Void main. What is that? Entry point. And from there you call the members from here for execution. Okay. So this is how we used to write programs in C language. But unfortunately, what is the drawback with C language? The drawback with C language is C language or procedural languages is they don't provide you security and reusability. What is security? I'll practically show you. But reusability, I already said you in the initial classes, you remember. What is it? Procedural languages are like bookstore. Everyone who comes there, it will rewrite the code. It will rewrite the code. If you try to call the functions of one program in another program, it will copy paste the code from the old one to the new one. It will not reuse the code. What it will do? Rewrite. But object-oriented programs are like libraries. They don't rewrite the code. What will they do? One book read by 10 people. But if you go to a bookstore, 10 people require 10 books. 10 people require 10 books. So procedural languages are like bookstore. Everyone requires a separate book. Object-oriented languages are like library. The same book read by multiple people. Okay, same code used in multiple application. Security, I'm not telling you, I'll practically show you. Once we just get an idea of object-oriented programming, I'll tell you a case study how the ATM systems run in the real time. How the ATM systems run in the real time. On that case study, I will clearly explain you what is the security object-oriented programming is offering to you. And because of that security, how applications are running today flawlessly in the industry. We'll analyze all those particular points there with case studies. So I'll practically talk about that. I don't want to say theoretically about security. But reusability is clear. Rewriting, reusing. Procedural languages will not reuse the code. What will they do? Rewrite the code. Object-oriented languages will not rewrite the code. What will they do? Reuse the code. What is that reusing the code also? Practically, I'll show you once we start the programming part. Object-oriented programming. Okay, now? Okay, fine. Now, second approach. What is the second thing? The second approach is object-oriented programming approach. Tarun, communicate with the admin guy. Communicate with the admin. Yeah, object-oriented programming approach. What is this object-oriented programming approach? Is there one thing? Tell me the examples. The first object-oriented language is C++, guys. C++. From there only started. Later on, many languages are there. Are all the popular languages, Java, Python, not C Sharp. All our .NET languages. All our .NET languages are object-oriented. All our .NET languages are object-oriented. Oracle is not a language here. Oracle is a database. Oracle is not a language. Oracle is a database, Johnson. Satish, PHP is not a language. PHP is a technology. Understand the difference between a language and a technology. I already said you, language means that will provide you the basic things to write a program. Technology means which is already ready-made, which we use it for building the application. So C++ is language. Yeah, CPP or C++, both are same only. Okay. So Programming languages are important for building the applications. So without a language, we cannot build application. So the root thing is language. Afterwards, technologies and all will help us in developing the application, but first what you require is a language. Okay, na? Yeah. So C++, Java, Python, .NET, all these are object-oriented languages. Okay, now you'll have a doubt. Okay, we'll start from C++. Okay, we'll start from anything, nothing matter. But see, the first question will be in the mind is, sir, what is the difference between object-oriented and procedural languages? One thing here, in object-oriented languages also, a program is a collection of variables and functions only. Even you come to object-oriented language also, nothing difference here. Here also a program is a collection of variables and functions only. We have variables and functions only. Then what is the difference, sir? The difference is to provide security. What is lacking? Security is lacking, we discussed now. To provide security for the members. To provide security for the members in an object-oriented language, these members are wrapped. These members are wrapped in a container. In a container. How do you protect anything? Tell me. You have a mobile phone. How are you protecting your mobile phone? To protect your mobile screen, first you put a screen guard on it. Still, you put it in a pouch, or you put it in a pouch, you just put a case for it. So that suddenly if it falls down also the edges will not be damaged. You put it in a pouch. Correct? So see guys, understand, you are wrapping. What are you doing? You're wrapping. You prepared some sweets in your home. Your mother prepared some sweets in the home. After preparing the sweets or something, what will they do? She will be putting inside a 8 container and just put it inside. Yes or not? Why you can leave? You can put it in a plate and leave it on the table now. If you leave it on the table like this, insects, mosquitoes, ants, everything will come there. Yes or not? So these mosquitoes, flies, and all the sit on that. Tomorrow, if you eat, you will be hospitalized. Okay. So to overcome that, to protect the food, we are just going to wrap it. You are going to wrap in a 8 container. A chocolate comes in a polythene wrapper. A chocolate comes in a polythene wrapper. Why? To protect the chocolate. To protect it. Am I correct or not? So the point to understand here is, a wrapper always protects the content present inside of it. Am I correct? We are sitting in a classroom now, a 4 walls boundary. So we are protected from the sun, we are protected from the rain. Yes or not? We are protected from all the, a wrapper always protects the content. So exactly the same concept was implemented for us in object-oriented programming also. What is it? So right now we have variables and functions in procedural languages and they lack the security. Now they should be secured. For security point of view, what they do, we wrap all these members inside of one container and we call that container as a class. What is that? Class. What do you call a wrapper of a chocolate? A polythene. Array, polythene is a wrapper for a chocolate, correct? Same way, class is a wrapper for your members. A class is a wrapper for your members. Okay, so the first point, all of you remember, guys, the first point or the first difference between a procedural and object-oriented languages. In procedural language, members are directly implemented in the program, but in object-oriented language, members are put inside of a class under a program. Watch this picture. This is a procedural program. Directly you write the members. This is an object-oriented program. Now also we have members only, nothing different. Variables, functions, all are same. But where are the members? Inside a class. And this class is going to give you the security what you want. Are you clearer or not? This class will give you the security what you want. So did you understand the first difference between a procedural and an object-oriented language? So you'll have doubt how to define this class, sir, and all that. That is secondary. We'll talk on all those particular things in detail. First, I'm just trying to tell you how procedural language and object-oriented languages are different from each other. Okay, now, the second thing what we require to understand is a big question here. What is it? A big question mark. What is it? Sir, what is a class? What is a class? Okay. Anyone who learned C++ or Java in your earlier stages are there? Can anyone tell what is a class? Class is a collection of. I did not ask you what it contains here. I asked you what is a class. I asked you who are you. You must tell who are you, your name, your father name, something, but you're telling what, I am 5 feet 6 inches height. Okay, I am fair in color. I did not ask you that. Who are you is the question. So the question here is, what is a class? I don't want to know, again you're telling the same answer. I don't want to know what is present inside a class. Don't tell me collection of members. What is a class is the question. Are you getting me? A class is a user-defined type. A class is a user-defined type. Okay. So what is meant by user-defined type? I'll clarify you. What is a class? It is a user-defined type. All of you answer my question. You know this here, very simple. You know int. What is int? Int is a data type. Correct? Predefined or user-defined? Predefined or user-defined? Predefined. It is predefined. Someone defined it now. Yes or not? Array class is also same only. You are defining your own data type now. Did you catch my point or not? Someone defined int and given you are using. But class means defining your own data types. You learn the structures in C. What is the structure? A structure is also same. Structure is a user-defined data type. Structure is a user-defined data type. All of you know one thing, int. Is it born or predefined only? Okay. Is it born like you and me? It's not born, no. It is defined, no. Do you know how it is defined? This is how it is defined. All of us are not aware of that, but this is how it is defined. Int is a predefined structure. Don't forget that. Int is a predefined structure. It's a predefined structure. Are you getting my point or not? Float is a predefined structure. Char is a predefined structure. C++ introduced strings. In C language we call character arrays. But in C++ they introduced a concept called string. String is a predefined class. String is a predefined class. Means someone defined and given you some. And later they given you a flexibility. You can define your own now. And if you define on your own, they are called user-defined. So what is a class here? It is user-defined type. Very much, listen, very much similar to a structure we came across in C language. So class and structure both are user-defined types. Both are user-defined types. How do we define them, sir? How do you define them? Means, see how the int is defined as a struct int. Okay, same way you can define your own structures and your own classes. Suppose you want to define your own structure. You want to define your own structure. What's it? Struct. Give the name. Open the curly braces and define your logic here. Put all your members here. Okay, same way. How do you define a class? Class. Name of the class. Put your members here. Okay, put your members here. Okay, I did not tell you now. Basically, your members means variables here, but your members means see only when I say a class is also same as a structure, then I ask it out now. Sir, why classes are already we have structures now? C language will learn structures. C language provides the structures. What is class again? There is a doubt you get. Basically, the structures what we came across in C language can contain only variables in it, but the classes that are introduced in object-oriented programming can contain variables and functions also. Both can be defined. Okay, I'll tell you one example. See, listen. A very common example in our textbooks or our teachers, everyone taught us about the structure. What a common example, A common structure example, even in your textbooks also, if you read about structure, you will find this example. What is that? Even our teachers also taught the same thing only for first year. When they first start with structure, the first thing what all the teachers taught is only that only. Student. Yes or not? Okay. And inside of it, you're going to declare some attributes for the student. What we call variables, nothing but attributes of the student, like ID. Okay. Character array name. A character array name. Float. These marks. Like this, we just define them. Okay. Now, guys, all of you, follow my point here. What is this? Tomorrow, if I ask you, sorry, not tomorrow, when I asked you what is int, what did you people answer? All of you gave an answer. It's a data type, sir. Yes or not? Now, if I ask you what is a student, what's your answer? It's a data type, sir. Same answer. It's a data type. Don't forget. What is student is? Don't say student is a structure. What do you say? Student is a data type. Then what is the difference between int and student? The first difference is int is predefined. Student is user defined. Are you clear? First difference, int is predefined, student is user defined. Second difference, int is scalar. Scalar in the sense it can hold only one value in it. But student is complex. It can hold 4 values in it. What are the 4 values? ID, name, fees, marks. How many values you can hold? 4 values it can hold. But int can hold, you said int time, you can hold 1 value only. But student can hold you more values, so 4 values in it. These are the 2 differences. Predefined, user defined. Simple types, scalar types, complex types. Clear? Same like this, now you have classes in object-oriented programming. Without writing a structure, what we write, class. You can give same name. Otherwise, I'm giving a different. There I said student now. Here I say employee. Okay. See, just like student is one character, employee is also a character now. Okay. Now instead of it, what I have? Int. Employee will have an ID. Okay. Now listen, guys. Here are not characters. By the time object-oriented programming came, we have strings, name, job. Salary. Okay now? And now guys, look at this carefully. Can also understand my point? I want to get a salary to find out, I want to write a method to find out the net salary of the employee. Net salary, how do you calculate net salary? Gross salary minus all the deductions like taxes and everything will give you net salary. For that, I want to write a function there. I can write now. And the function will tell the net salary of the employee. Are you clear? So like this, you can define functions also in this case now. So this is a class. Understood the difference between a structure and a class? Mainly both are same only. But structure can contain only variables, but classes can contain both variables and the functions. Variables can be defined there, functions also can be defined. Now tell me, what is string? String is also class only, you know that? Predefined class. String is a predefined class. So how is it defined, you understand? Class, class, string. Now inside of this particular class, they have written some logic. What is the logic? It's none of our business right now, but I'll tell you what logic is implemented in the string class also later. They have defined it like this. So you see now, int and student are same. String and employee are same. Okay, both are types only. Both are types. Difference? Int and string are predefined. Student and employee are user defined. Second, string and int are scalar. Scalar, they can hold only one value at a time. They can hold only one value at a time. Student and employee are complex. They can hold more than one value at a time. Understood all of you? Any confusions? Tell me confidently. Are you clear? Okay. So that is the most important point. What all of us have to remember: predefined types, user-defined types, scalar types, complex types. Generally, when we define, what we define is always complex types. When we define, what we define is always a complex type. So tomorrow, someone asks you a question: what is a student and what is employee? What is the answer? They are user-defined types. They are user-defined types. They are types only. Don't say student is a structure and don't say employee is a class. What do you say? They are types. Don't forget. Rest of the classes will talk like that only. I said type. Type means it can be a class, it can be a structure. Got my point or not? It can be a class or it can be a structure. Complex type means, see, employee is a complex type. How many values it can hold? See, ID, name, job, salary. But you come to string. Say string name yourself. How many values can you store in the name? One name only. Can you tell? Can you store 10 people name? Huh? One only. You said int ID. How many IDs can you store there? One ID. But you're taking student. You're not storing only IDR. You're storing the ID. You're storing the name. You're storing the fees. You're storing the marks. All are combined together into one single unit. That's what we're calling as a complex type. Understood? Scalar. You know the meaning of scalar? Scalar means single. In English, scalar means single. Got my point? So int and string are scalar. Student and employee are complex. But finally, end of the day, that is also type only. This is also type only. Everything are types, predefined types and user-defined types. Okay, fine. So did you get the clarity now? What is the class? Yeah. Yeah, this what I explained you. Everything will be in detail in your notes, guys. Whatever I type and show you will be in the notes. It's a user-defined type. See, how do you define syntax to define a structure? Syntax to define a here only variables, here variables and functions. And the example, one example I given you as student, one example I given as employee. Okay, and coming below here I mentioned you int, float, char are predefined structures, whereas string is a predefined class, which you are calling them as types. Same as that, student and employee are also types, user defined. Okay, the other difference between int, float, char and string types as well as student and employee types is first four are scalar. First four are scalar types which can hold one and only one value under them, whereas the next two are complex types which can hold more than one value under them. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. That's why I say you don't write the notes here. Every point I teach you will be in the notes. You will find more only in the notes. Okay, fine. Next, scalar is not a language here. In English, the word scalar means single. Refer to the dictionary. Scalar means single. Okay, fine. Now, the next question, how do we consume a type? How do we consume a type? How to consume a type? Listen, types cannot be consumed directly. Types cannot be consumed directly. What do you mean, sir? Types cannot be consumed directly. What do you mean by that? All of you carefully listen. Types cannot be consumed directly. What is the meaning of this, Is this a valid statement? Come on, fast. Is it a valid statement or invalid? That's an invalid statement. Why, sir? Why is it invalid? Yes, Prakash, this is .NET Core only. They'll provide you the missing class videos to you. Why? A data type doesn't have any memory allocation. A data type doesn't have any, you want to store the value 100. If you want to store the value 100, you need some memory now. Data type will not have any memory. So you cannot write like this. What is the correct statement? Int I is equals to 100. Is it valid or not? So now tell me memory is allocated for int I. So now you have a doubt here. Sir, if the memory is allocated for I, why to write int I? I can't write I is equals to 100 directly. That is also invalid. Why sir, you are telling memory is allocated for I only, now I'll write I is equals to 100. Memory is allocated for I only, but how much memory should be allocated? Did you get my question? How much memory should be allocated? When that memory should be allocated? Where that memory should be allocated? Where is the information? And all that information is available for you under int. The int tells there how much memory, where this memory should be allocated, stack, heap, okay, when that memory should be allocated, when it should be deallocated, all that information is available for you under the type. I'll tell you in a simple words to understand. You want to build a house. You require a plan for the house, correct? You went to an architect, the architect given the plan for the house. The architect has given you a plan for the house. Can you live in the plan? Come on. Where can you live? Plan is on the paper, and the paper that doesn't have physical existence. Now you can't live in the plan now. Correct? Now tell me, can you build a house without a plan? Can you build a house without a plan? What will the plan tell you? The plan will tell you what should be located at which location. Because today in Indian mythology, so compulsory for every house, we follow some sentiments like Vastu and all. Yes or not? So the engineer will tell you what should be present. You cannot build whatever you want, wherever you want. Some structure should be followed. Am I correct? So that particular thing should be followed. The engineer will tell you, Array, this should be located here only, and this should be located here only. Everything they will give you a correct plan for the house based on that. Without a plan, you cannot build a house. Correct? Okay, now understand here. What is this, you know? This is like living in the plan. Is it possible? Tell me. Not possible. What is this, you know? Building a house without a plan. Is it possible? What is this, you know? Plan of your house. Plan of your house. Constructed house. And this is you. Are you clear? What is int? The plan of my house. What is I? The house that is built on the plan. 100 is myself living in the house. Got it? So don't. So I understood correctly? So what is the final conclusion? Data types cannot be consumed directly because the data type doesn't have any memory allocation. Then how to consume a data type? If you want to consume a data type, listen, if you want to consume a data type, first you require to create a copy of that type. What you should create? A variable, a variable only. In general, I'm telling you, what you should create is a copy of the type. So understand what is I, you know? I is a copy of the type int. I is a copy of the type int. Are you clear? Now see, all of you, observe this. Int I is a copy of type int. And don't forget, int is predefined. Int is predefined. Same like this now, guys. I'm writing string S. Tell me. S is a copy of type string. Is also predefined now? And one more thing, I missed it. Is a predefined? Is a predefined class. Now tell me, this rule is for predefined types only or user defined types also? The what we discuss now, like types cannot be consumed directly. You need to create a copy of the type. This rule is only for predefined types, for user defined types also. It applies to both. It applies to both. Means to consume the student and to consume the employee also, should I follow the same rule? Exactly. You should follow the same rule to consume the student and employee. How? Watch. Student. Tell me. Of type. What's it? User defined. Same way. Employee, EMP. Employee, EMP. I'm just going to declare something like this. What is EMP? Copy of type. Rules are rules. Applies to predefined, applies to user defined also. Okay. Now memory is allocated for I, yes, SS, and EMP, not for int, string, student, and employee. They only define the structure. I said you that only. The plan of the house, that's all. So the plan tells you what where you should take what data. So same way that type tells what the type tells, how much memory should be allocated, where this memory should be allocated, when this memory should be allocated, when this memory should be deallocated. All that information is available for you under the type. Okay, now. So based on that, you are building up your things now. Who is responsible for allocating memory to variables and allocated when we declare a compile time? Okay, I'll answer this. Can you answer this question? First, who is responsible for allocating memory? First, answer that. Who is responsible for allocating memory? Operating system in older languages, mainly operating system, and for us, garbage collector. For older languages, operating system, yeah, for managed languages like Java, Python, .NET, who is it? Garbage collector. Here, both will be there. Operating system also will be there. Garbage collector. But older languages only OS. Only OS. Okay, na? RAM. I did not ask where the memory is allocated. Where the memory is allocated, then your answer is RAM, Kavya. Okay. How do you know which one is predefined and which one is user defined? That's what I'm teaching you now. That's what I'm teaching you. Going forward, you will know that. Okay. Next question. Memory is allocated when it is declared or it is compiled. Come on. When the memory is allocated, when you declare that or when you compile the program, when you write the program, declaring means when you're writing the program or when you are compiling the program. Confidently. So here's I got mixed answers. Some telling declare, some telling compile. Both are wrong answers here. Declaration and compilation, why will memory allocate? Memory allocate in the runtime. Did you understand me or not? Ray, when you run the program, you need memory. Yeah. When you write a program, why you need memory? When you compile the program, why you need memory? You need memory when you run the program. Most of the people, why I put the particular question here is everyone is the same thing only. Compilation time, declaration time, nothing will happen here. What is it? What is writing? You write code. You write code to tell what you want. That's all. Are you getting my point here? Compilation will do syntax checking. Whether your syntaxes are correct or not. That's all. But when you run the program, then it will allocate the memory and performs all the actions. Is it clearer or not? So both are wrong answers here. What are the both? Declaration time, compilation time, both are wrong. So execution or the memory allocation will take place on the runtime. Simple point here. Use your common sense here. Enough to understand. Who writes a program? We. Who compiles the program? We. Who runs the program? You run the program. You're developing applications for yourself. End user, yeah, client. You are going to develop an application for a end user, client. Correct? Yes or not? If memory is allocated on compile time or runtime, that will be happening on your system. If memory is allocated on your system, how will the program run on the client computer now? Did you catch my point or not? So if you think memory allocation is done declaration time or compilation time, I'm telling you, understand, use your simple sense. What you think, what you said, most of the people said declaration time, compilation time. That is done by developer. And if it is done by developer, if your answer is right, declaration time, compilation time, means memory allocation is on the client. Developer machine. But where will the program run? Client machine. If memory is allocated on the developer machine, how will the program run on a client machine now? Got the point or not? So where the memory allocation should be done? Client machine or developer machine? Client machine. Means that is not in the compilation time, that is in the run time. Put that in mind, all of you. Most of the people, everyone feels the same confusion. Declaration time something will happen, compilation time something will happen. Nothing will happen here. Declaration time means you write the program is to tell what you want. You write a program to tell what you want. Compilation means syntax checking. Compilation is nothing but syntax checking. It is just going to check the syntax and tell what is what. A syntax verification, that's all. But all the things happen for you only in the run time. In the execution time only, it has to happen. Are you clear? Okay. You play very good in a practice match. You play very good in a practice match, no use. When you should perform, you will perform in the stadium. Then only you have the value. Understood? Huh? So that's what. What is considered? You hit sixers in your practice and you go to stadium and you out back out for the first part, 2 or 3 matches. After will remove you now. Your performance should be done in the live environment, not in the practice time. So exactly, memory allocation should be done in the run time, not in the completion time. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. So put this in the mind, all of you. Okay. Coming back. Yeah. Are you clear with all those particular points now? Finally, I'll tell you one point here. Listen. What is that? Listen. Copies of simple types or scalar types. What are those? Int, float, char, string are known as, you know that, yeah, what do you call? You know that, no? I did not tell you newly. You learned in C language, you declare variable, I is variable. You know? And now I'm telling a new point, watch. Copies of complex types. Like are known as did you understand? What is EMP? Come on. What is EMP? EMP is object of the class employee. EMP is, there is another name also, we can call it as instance. We can also call it as an instance. Means some programming languages call it as object and some programming languages call it as an instance. You can call, you are known as what? Objects or instances. Objects or instances. Some programming languages call it as objects and some programming languages call it as instances. So I and S are, come on, I and S are variables. SS and EMP are objects. So just a terminology, in general, all are called copies. So we are all human beings here, but we have a gender variation, male and female. Based on our characteristics, we have gender variation, male and female. Same way, in general, all are human beings only. So same way, I, S, SS, EMP are copies. All are copies, but there is a variation. What is it? Scalar type copies are variables and complex type copies are objects. We call them as an object. Okay. Now, all of you, listen. If I ask you this question now, how to consume a class? What's the answer? You listen to the whole story and finally you ask who is the hero of the movie, sir. That much clearly explained here and you're putting blank face. How to consume a class? By creating an object. That's what? The types cannot be consumed directly. To consume a type, what is it to? Create a copy. And that is called object. So final conclusion, what is how to consume a class? By creating a object. Because in object-oriented programming, what did I say? You need to write code in a class now. After writing the class won't run. If you want to run the class, what you should do? You should create the object of the class. Watch this. Concentrate on this, all of you. I'm writing a C program. Look at this. I'm writing a C program. I'm writing two functions in the program. One, int add. Int A, int B. Return A plus B. I'm adding A and B and returning the result. Same way, int sub. Int A, int B. What? Return A minus B. Simple code. This is C language, guys. Now I want to execute them. You want to execute them? Then write the entry point for your code now. What is entry point? Main. Void main. Okay now? And after that, what you do? You call them. How do you call them? Recollect? How do you call? Very simple. Int result1 is equals to the function add, pass a value 100, comma 50. What is that? You are calling the function. Which function? The value 100 goes to A. The value 50 goes to B. What it returns? 150. It returns you 150. The value returned will come into result 1. Okay. Next, int result2 is equals to sub. You're writing some 175, comma 25. Or is comma 35, something, what you're writing. So value 175 goes to A, 35 goes to B, 175 minus 35, 140, return 140. 140 comes into result. This is how we write programs in C. Are you clear? Now concentrate on this. Now I want to write this code in C++, not in C. I want to write the code in which language? Okay, you can write, if you want to write the code in C++, follow the first rule. What is the first rule? Put your members inside a class. Put your members inside a class. Okay, watch it all of you. The first rule, class math. Did you understand? Tell me fast. Did you understand? Now tell me where the functions are. Object oriented. They are inside the class now. They are. So next thing, I want to call them. I want to call them. You want to call them? Okay, you can call them. But first thing is create the object. How to go do that? Math. What is OBJ? OBJ is an object of class math. Clear? And now come here and write obj dot add. That is how you should call. You cannot call directly. How to call? Create the object first, and then with that object you require to call. Understood the difference between procedural and object oriented? First point. What is the first point? You need to define them inside a class. Second point, create the object of the class, and with the object call the members of the class. When I create the object, then the memory allocation will take place, and then the execution starts. Okay now? Okay, you see now, all of you, this is a C++ program. Concentrate on that. Class example. What it contains? A set of members called variables and functions. Void main, that is my entry point. What are you doing first? Creating the object of class. Second, call the members by using the object created. You created an object, you created. In some languages, we call that as an instance. Then what will change here? Create the instance of class and call members of class by using the instance created. Just a difference in the terminology, but nothing, both are same. You call object or you call instance, both are same. Understood? C++ and Java will call object, but we call instance. We means C sharp. In C sharp, we don't call object there, we call it as a instance. But in C++, that is called object only. That's why the C++ program I clearly mentioned you as object. The same thing when I tell you C sharp, then I'll tell you instance. Okay now, any doubts? Are you clear? Okay, this is how you are going to write a program in in C++ language, not object oriented, because in object oriented only we have multiple styles available. Okay, I'll clarify that. How do you write another? But this is how you write the code in the C++ language. Okay, listen, guys. We'll not have a session tomorrow. We'll not have a session tomorrow. Let me conclude it here. Let me conclude. You have any other class? I too don't have any class because again from Monday I have another class at 10 o'clock. So I cannot continue. So today I am also free. Just let me conclude up because 2 days again we'll get a break. It will be confusing. Let me conclude up here for today. Okay. So actually, look here. C++ is the first object-oriented language that came in the market. C++ is the first object-oriented language that came in the market. Okay, it's the first object-oriented language. And this language suffers from a criticism also. What is the criticism, you know? It is not fully object-oriented. It is not fully object-oriented. Why, sir? What is the problem? The problem is object-oriented programming principles tell, object-oriented programming principles tell, everything should be inside the class. What will it do? Everything should be inside the class. Are you getting me or not? Every member of the program should be inside the class. But concentrate on that. Concentrate on that, all of you. Are all the members of the program inside the class? Look at the code. Tell me. Are all the members of the program present inside the class? Array, tell me the answer. Means you look at my face. Tell me the answer. Are all the members present inside the class? No. Why? Main is outside the class here. Look at the code. Main is inside the class or outside of the class? Main is not inside the class. But what object-oriented programming tells? Object-oriented programming tells everything should be inside of the class only. Object-oriented programming is telling you what? Everything should be inside of the class only. But if you focus here, main is not inside the class, main is outside the class. Yes, sir, why to write outside? Let us write inside, no problem. No? When I say this, what do you think now? So why to write outside? Let us put inside. If you put it inside, then automatically there is no problem. Yeah, come on, let us put it inside now. So this is the main function, right? So taking this now and bringing it inside the class, and now tell me main is inside the class or outside the class? Inside the class. So can I call it fully object oriented now? Yes, you can call. Yes or not? But this program won't run. This program will not run now. Then what is the use of it here? You write it inside the class, this code won't run. Why it won't run? Why is it not going to run? Why is it not going to run? It's very simple. Tell me an answer. Tell me. I'll ask you a series of questions. Answer them. First question. How to call members of a class? By creating object. Yeah. By creating object of the class. By creating object of the class. Question number 2. Where do we create? Where do we create object of the class? Inside of, pretty clear, inside of the main function. Yeah, it is inside of the main function. Okay. Now tell me, okay, in the above code, main function is a member of the class or not? Tell me, Ray, in the above code, main function is a member of the class or not? Yes, main function is a member of the class now. No doubt, it's a member of the class, correct? Yes, it is a member of the class. Okay, then my last question is how to call main function in the above case, in the above case. Think yourself here, the answer is confusing you there only. What is it? Where should I create the object? Louder. Inside the main. Yes or not? Now main is a member of the class or not? How to call main? How to call main? Member of the class you accept or not? How to call main? By using object. Correct? Where are you creating the object? Array, you create the object inside the main, and with that object you can call main, huh? Use your common sense. You are creating the object inside the main, correct? Then with that object, how can you call main now? Array, object is created inside the main only, yeah. With this object, call main now. Did you understand or not? Simple common sense apply, yeah. Until main executes, object won't be created, correct or not? Until object is created, main cannot execute, no. So this is called as a circular dependency. First one wants the second one to execute. Second one wants the first one to execute. This work will never happen. Are you clear? So in your home, you have a brother or a sister or something. Normally happens in every family. Okay, your parents tell something, you push on the other one will push on you. This work will never happen. Yes or not? So this is also exactly the same problem now. What is the problem? Until main starts the execution, object creation will not take place. Are you getting me? Until object creation takes place, main will not start the execution. So will the program run now? Will this program run now? This program will not run. This program will not run. Without run main, we cannot create object of class. Where will you create? Tell me. Without main, where will you create? Then that should be the answer. Where will you create? Inside of the main only we create the object. Okay. How to call main function in the above code? What is the answer? By creating object of the class. So now, understand the circular dependency. Again, it is bringing you to the top again. By creating the object of the class. Where do I create? Inside the main. Now you understand now. Main object is inside the main, and with that you cannot call the main now. So now this program will never run. So it is fully object oriented, but what is the use when it doesn't run? See, I'll tell you a small example how this is going to be related. You see, you're staying in a hostel. And you have an individual room in your hostel. You have an individual room in your hostel. You watch this locks. You guys watch this locks, cylindrical locks, they say. You have a knob, two sides, you have this cylindrical locks. These are called as cylindrical locks. So generally we use these locks for the doors. Okay. So here you have two sides of open, but key will be in one side only. Key will be one side. Inside you don't have a key. Inside you will have a button. When you're inside the room, you just press the knob and don't lock it. And from inside, if you turn it, open it. From outside, you can't open. From outside, what you require? A key to open. Okay, now? Now yours is an individual room in the hostel. So every day, you do like this. What you know? You keep the key in your pocket. And when you're coming out, you press the knob and pull the door. And you press the knob and pull the door. Press the knob, pull the door, lock it. Understood? Next, how to open it? You have a key in your pocket, you can open it. One fine day you came like that only. But after coming out, you came to know key is not in your pocket. After coming out, you came to know key is not in your pocket. Okay? I'm asking a general question. Don't tell me breaking the locks and doors now. Just how to open the door? How to open the lock? With a key. Yes or not? Without a key, you cannot open the lock now. Where is the key? Inside the room. Now you understand? Until the lock opens, you will not get the key. Correct? Until you get the key, lock won't open. Yeah. You are in a deadlock situation now. Are you getting my point or not? You are in a deadlock situation. Until the lock opens, you will not get the key. And in the same thing, until you get the key, the lock will not open. You are in a deadlock situation where you are required to break the lock or door. That is secondary. Okay, that is the secondary thing. Without breaking the locks and the doors. You say duplicate key, everything is inside the room only. You put duplicate key outside. In your personal room, you put duplicate key also inside also. In your house, you put in another room. Yeah? In your hostel, you put your key in someone's room. Yeah? Then they will also enter. Huh? So you put your key inside. So all your keys are inside now. Okay? You need a lock maker. It happened in midnight 12 o'clock. Get him now. It happened in lockdown time. Get him now. You can't understand. That's called deadlocks. They're called as deadlocks. It's the same problem we are facing right now here also. It's the same problem we are facing here also. Until and unless the execution of the main function starts, this object creation will not take place. And at the same time, until and unless the object creation takes place, main method cannot be called for execution. To overcome this problem, what we do in C++ now, we write it outside the class. Where you write? Now tell me, is the main function member of the class? Come on. Is the main function member of the class? No. Does it require an object to call? No. Members only I said you. Non-members I did not tell you. It's not a member. So object required or not required. So this will become your entry point. So execution starts. Afterwards, object is created. Now using that object, the members of the class are called. Understood? Okay. So the point is, there is a mistake or there is a drawback in the C++ design. That's what I'm telling you. What is the drawback? The drawback in the design of the C++ language is main cannot be written inside the class. We need to write it outside the class. But if you write outside the class, you need to face the criticism. What criticism? What criticism? It is not fully object oriented. It is not fully object oriented. I hope you are clear. Yes or not? So later, guys, this problem was resolved in the modern programming languages. I'll tell you. Are you clear till now here? So I will tell you how this problem was resolved. How this problem was resolved in the modern programming languages. When you come to Java and .NET, main will be inside the class, not outside the class. Then you'll have doubt. So I'll be that only. We'll talk in the next class. Okay? Up to C and C++ clear now? And finally, I will left you with the drawback of C++. Okay? You don't have a session tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow I'll be on leave. I'll be out of session. Sunday is as usual holiday only. So tomorrow, so we'll meet back on Monday. We'll meet back on Monday. So for all of you offline students, just communicate with Arvind and get added in the Google Classroom. Communicate with Arvind and get added with the Google Classroom. If you have fees asset with you, if you're sure, he will add you immediately in the Google Classroom. You can download the notes. Okay. For online students also, I'm telling the same thing only. Send a message to Arvind and Arvind will add you in the Google Classroom. Fine, guys. Let's stop here. We'll meet on Monday. Have a nice weekend and a nice day.